commercial port, smart commercial port solution to the port congestion problem. And as similar with the first group, we will talk about current status of Hong Kong. Second, we will talk about analysis of the cause of the container port congestion problems fixed. And finally, we will talk about review the port current smart port policy implementation and effectiveness analysis. And first, for the first one, I want to interview my sister to present.
Hi, I'm Carla. I would like to introduce the first part. The first part is current status of Hong Kong Port. 1.1 Victoria Harbour. Victoria Harbour is a natural harbour between Hong Kong Island and the Jiulong Peninsula. Here is Hong Kong Island, here is Jiulong Peninsula. 1.2 Yi-Chih Container Terminal. Yi-Chih Container Terminal is the most important container logistical processing center in Hong Kong. There are 9 container terminals and 24 berths. Hong Kong Port can handle 180 million TEUs per year, which is operated by 5 companies, including Modern Terminal, Hong Kong International Terminal, Costco International Terminal, Kunming DP World Hong Kong Ltd, and Asia Container Terminal. 1.3 Hong Kong Port is a catch-up port. The port of Hong Kong Port is known as a high-efficient catch-up port due to it has strong international connection, efficient customs, and advanced container handling, storage, and distribution ability. Hong Kong Port is suitable for handling high critical cargo, like fresh fruit. 1.4 Transit Port. From this chart, we can see it's about 60% in Hong Kong is transshipment cargo. 1.4 1.5 out of the top 10. By 2023, Hong Kong container terminal had fallen out of the world's top 10. From this chart, we can see it continued to decline. It's the first time Hong Kong Port is not among the world's top 10. 1.6 Port congestion. From this chart, we can see port congestion in Hong Kong is 1 day. Imported fuel is 2 days. Exported fuel is 3 days. So, port congestion in Hong Kong is not very serious today. Next, Sophia will report the second part.
And currently, Hong Kong's port congestion cargo volume is low, and the transportation capacity is sufficient. So the possibility of port congestion is low. So I will focus on the congestion recent during COVID in the beginning. And affected by COVID in the past few years, current time restricted implemented have dispute supply chain and tend to port congestion. And shipping liners tending to skip ports in order to catch up with their set schedule. And transshipment ports without source were more likely to be bypassed. And although the pandemic has subsided, liners reduce reliance on transshipment and dealt a further blow to the transshipment business of Hong Kong ports. And during COVID, we have some Hong Kong ports faced some serious congestion problems, like global supply chain disruption and shortage of manpower, crossing-border transportation flood, shipping schedule delays, and shortage of empty containers. Finally, increased pressure on global ports. As we can see, the first reason is global supply chain disruption. In the early years of COVID, many factories were closed, resulting in insufficient supply of goods. transportation between China and Hong Kong is restricted, resulting in so the cargo could not be transferred in time, and the accumulation of containers in the port. The next reason is shipping schedule delays and shortage of empty containers. And shipping companies have adjusted shipping schedules, and some ships have destroyed or canceled Hong Kong, and further aggravating the backlog of cargo. And next reason is increased pressure on global ports. Major ports around the world, not only Hong Kong ports, has also been several pressured by COVID and affecting overall shipping efficiency. So we analyzed the port congestion reason from COVID. The first reason is port operation. Hong Kong is one of the world's largest ports and handling the numbers of containers per year. However, the limited port inlet is difficult to implement full automatic terminals. If terminals crossing capacity is sufficient or temporary demand increase, the port congestion would be happen. And second, changes in the global shipping market. If the global supply chain impacts on epidemic, wars, trade wars, or other reasons, will causing international maritime to be affected. It may lead to a large of ships influencing or staying in Hong Kong ports and causing the port congestion. Next one is impact by nearby ports. In recently, the rapid redevelopment of nearby ports such as Shenzhen Port, Shanghai Port, and Ningbo Port. If there is a serious port congestion in China's ports, it may cause ships to divert to Hong Kong and causing a temporary pressure. And last one is weather or emergencies. Typhoons, port equipment failures, manpower shortage, and so on will also affect port operation efficiency and lead to a decrease in container crossing speed and further cause port congestion. And however, even if Hong Kong's cargo volume is decreased, and changes in global trade environment or China's port congestion will also have some reasons to cause the Hong Kong's port congestion.
And I will review the port current smart port policy in Hong Kong. First, I want to remind that about China. As we see that in 2023, Hong Kong Port still have a good performance, but will be cut by mainland China port, especially in infrastructure. And in here, where the is not clear, is Hong Kong, and we can have a non-South port. First, they have they build a new container port with high technology in 2018, and 2022 they start the container terminal with 100% automatic. So that make here, and that make the pressure on the Hong Kong port, because in COVID-19, Hong Kong ports need to block down because of the pandemic. However, non-stop port in here, near the Guangzhou area, they need to receive the many port, help another port to solve the congestion issue, and because they 100% in high technology, and the cost for manpower is lower. So, for example, first is very convenient. The second is the cost is reduced. So that's why after the COVID-19, customers still keep this to prefer the non-stop more than Hong Kong port. That's why Hong Kong needs to have a serious action to deal with this in the future, and so they need to fix the issue. First of all, they need to accelerate the development of automated terminal, reduce manpower dependence, and improve efficiency. Although Hong Kong Port apply the 5G Internet of Things technology, but because they rely on the manual operation and digital transformation has been not yet fully realized, so their competitive is less than their competitors. The second is the competition with China port, especially Shenzhen, Shanghai, and another port. And in this case, the non-stop port is also rapidly become more intelligent, and some shipment have been chosen bypass Hong Kong. That affected the long-term effect on the policy. And finally, because not only for infrastructure upgrade, but also the policy, the government agency and another in the ecosystem need to together work to improve the Hong Kong performance. So that's why Hong Kong government need to have a real action to deal with this. And so that's why 2021, the first time the officially declare about the smart port. And in their law, they said that to enhance Hong Kong status as the international transportation center, our port has to maintain its strength of high efficiency, good connectivity, and wide coverage. We will also need to promote wider application of digital technology in business process and operation by the maritime and port industry for the development of the smart port in the first time that officially demand on it nationally. And they said that they need to explore in cooperation with the industry concrete initiative to drive the development of the smart port. And on the logistics, they have to further facilitate the flow of the logistic information in the GBA and improvement to the international operation. And below, they also mention about the tax concession. Is not detail is the 0% profit tax for eligible maritime entities, so that they have the more they get the more attractive to the member in maritime industry. And after 2 years, 2023, they have the more detailed by build an action plan on maritime and port development strategy. So in here they provide the 10 strategy. It make a build a long term to build not only for the green. They have green shipping to become a green shipping hub with 0 carbon, and they also develop and promoting marine digital.
Too small.
Okay, sorry. And so they not focus only the infrastructure, and they also want to focus on digital connection. And the second one, in the general, not only for marine term, they also want to build a bigger, because the ecosystem, not only for the sea, they also for the land and the air transportation. So that's why they also instill the action plan on modern logistic development with 8 clearly strategy. And this plan aims to create a logistic data platform
connect the airport, port, and other logistic hubs. And it's focused on the standardizing process, enhancing data sharing, and improve logistic efficiency to support the integration of Hong Kong transportation network. And the really action about the issue, I think this is achieved on this is they build a just single window, and through the platform is a one-stop platform to provide the license permit and permit to get for the good to import and export from the Hong Kong. However, they still on the build. They just part of phase 1 and phase 2, and with for the license and permit only, and they want to. They hope that from 2026 they can cover more import-export declaration, submission of cargo information, include advanced cargo information, cargo manifest, and cargo report. And this year Hong Kong is investing 250 million Hong Kong dollar to build a port community system. It is a central data exchange platform, include website version and mobile application with 5 functions. First is one-stop route to the clock real-time cargo checking. The second is checking status declaration status if user enter the custom, and now in the beginning they just limit in the mainland custom. The third is linking the sea, land, and airport transportation information. And they also add a function with analyze and alert delay in vessel schedule or the picking up of the container from the terminal, and deviations in the temperature of the river containers. And finally, they have a value add electronic service. And first of all, they want to provide the one data multiple declaration, and in the future they can customize as following the customer requirement. And it's not a policy; it's the update only. I think it's quite funny, so I'm not sure that it's really in policy or not. But because when we think about the future, because in general we know that all the ports have a lack of the manpower, and in Hong Kong they think about them in 10 years or 20 years, 20 years after the main power will that in charge of this term will still study in primary and secondary school. So they have a handbook. They have build handbook, and also business trip for the student, this type of student, and here very clearly. It's just on the March 2025, so maybe they will think about it and do it more detail. And as a final conclusion, first, the Hong Kong smart policy had achieved certain results in terms of digitalization, automation, and intelligent management. It can be effectively improve the efficiency of port operation and reduce the risk of congestion. However, it will take time for the policy to be fully implemented, and they need to face the competition in another China port, and overall Hong Kong smart policy has been effective in the reduce congestion, but it still need to be continuously optimized to meet the challenge of the changing global shipping markets and competing with China. And here's some reference if you want to get more detail.
Okay, thank you. Ask one question. I have been to the Hong Kong. Never. So what end? Oh, you? No? Okay. So Sophia, may I ask you a question? Because you know, if you have experience in Hong Kong, it's very similar to Taipei, because Hong Kong there is belong to island, so that means their whole hinterland insufficient, right? So if you are Hong Kong government, how can you improve your hinterland insufficient problem? Because right now the ships are bigger and bigger. If you're loading and unloading, they need space, storage, this kind of container docks. So if you're Hong Kong government, how to deal with the support hinterland insufficient problem or shortage problem?
To optimize the inland transportation and keep the container to transport more quickly.
Beg your pardon? You need what?
To optimize the inland transportation.
No, inland transportation also needs space. Yes. Maybe you build up some island or extension your lane to storage it. Otherwise, you have to cooperate with your neighboring port. Neighboring port, for example, you can use Guangzhou or Yantian port to become their small port, become your feeder port to store your container bus. Right, if we don't have land, because basically the Hong Kong land, they're charged very expensive. Okay, so how about ant? Who knows? Around the Guangzhou, around Shenzhen, you can buy out the fully automatic container terminal.
Yeah.
Because they become a mega size ship hub port, and also because huge mega size ship problem.
Yeah.
So the Hong Kong port so far only is traditional container terminal.
Yes.
How to deal with this kind of because you have welcomed the mega size ship to anchor. Because you use a traditional way, neighboring port becoming competitor, they use a fully automatic container.
Yeah, as during the research, I found that even in mainland port, they want to get more, to get more the mega ship.
More deeper?
Tricky.
Dressing.
Yeah, and the government also support them by support a lot of money to dig very deep, and also and that's why they have a chart there in the non-soil they can 2 mega ship can be together, so that's why Hong Kong can learn about it too. But in Hong Kong needs to pay more money, and that's why they need to keep a long time. But I think that if Hong Kong want to make a ship can inside, they can learn from China or dig the
Dressing. So you see the dressing is very important because so far their throughput number is decreasing.
I think that they can cut think about build a port on, we can float on the
Floating here.
floating, yeah.
Floating.
So, and also, if they need to build the logistic, we can from the part of the sea go to the on land the port and also from on land to the mainland.
Okay, and in addition, Trump have a user with a caliphate weapon against China because they imposed the 145% caliphates. So, you can see the newspaper. The Hong Kong government also just claimed because you cannot just treat out just enemies because trading enemies because you will make our export number or container throughput number will be decreasing. So what are you going to do? So, Pendas, do you have any idea if you're Hong Kong government?
Yeah, so I can help you to answer this question.
Please.
So because the ship became more and more bigger, and Hong Kong is no send the Shanghai. So this mood and say the state is not heavy. So if you want to drinking, this is good function. 就是说那个 yes okay yeah because 因为香港跟上海不一样哦，它本身广州那个河那个什么江出去的时候，它的水流的方向哦，类似current direction is not inside the 维多利亚 harbor， 它没有进到维多利亚港，所以它是可以挖的。And Hong Kong, you can understand. So he's also in the land. His terminal is not enough. 它的岸上的那个港域范围也不大。那 Hong Kong is traditional. He also has HIT the container terminal center. If you go to the Hong Kong, you can see this terminal. It's like such as the 3 and 5 or 7 tier. 它是5、6层的建筑物啊。它的物流货柜处理中心，它的柜场是像立体停车场一样，它一层一层往高建的。也就是说，变成说它的你们不知道，好，我继续讲，就是说它的货柜进场的时候，它是有3层、4层、5层去处理它的柜子，也就是说，它就比如说它因为它是立体的，它的柜场范围等于说就加高了嘛。你等于说，比如说你多少平方公里的范围嘛，那你那个 HIT 物流中心，它4层是不是就等于是4倍嘛？那以后它变成说，它码头要容纳，因为巨型货柜船，this alongside is one time is quickly want to discharge the loading cargo too much。它同时太多货物进去的时候，它用这种立体停车场式的这种货柜处理中心，它相对的处理的量就可以更大，它就可以盖得更高。所以它岸上。
No, as Mr. Benda, so do you think that Hong Kong is necessary to introduce the fully automatic container? Necessary or not?
Yeah, he can, and but I want to talk and before he also have the policy, the mega size ship. Already his anchorage is outside. 巨型船它没有准备好 his window, it cannot inbound. He only outside anchorage. 它很远的时候就是在那个 LCS number 1 port, is Hong Kong channel outside very far distance of the anchorage. 它在非常远的地方设计锚区，也就是说你的巨型船没有码头给你，你不让你进来。但是香港它还是有一个先天性的限制。He also have the limitation because it's very nearly the Shenzhen and the Chiwan and the Circle and the Yantian. Yeah, his here have the deep sea terminal. If the ship became more and more bigger, I think maybe after his over the capacity must be changed to another position. Yeah. 它可能最大2万4再上去就要移到那个蛇口或者赤湾区了。大陆在后面其他地方做了新的码头给他。
所以不需要去知道这个。
我觉得因为他现在等于是算是被中国收了，他应该对他应该就是可能不会想维持他世界前3名的地位。
他已经掉了。
对。
So your answer is what? I don't know.
I follow.
打个赛。
I mean, so maybe next time you may answer because for Hong Kong stuff, sometimes it's very balanced. Yes, it's just because the trade dispute between the USA and China, and also will be indirectly to impact their Hong Kong their container handling throughput, right? Because the tariff weapon product. Okay, so maybe for the Hong Kong government have filed their solution how to deal with especially this container throughput number is decreasing. So the big problem is it just show the figure always minus, right? So big problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.